Good morning, March 16th, 2016. Petra here, handing you your DGI brief. Here are my top 5 stories from around the globe, starting with Lebanon. Since the beginning of the Syrian conflict, more than 4 million people have fled from Syria. Over 1 million of these refugees came to the neighboring Lebanon, a country of only 4.5 million people. In other words, 1 out of 5 people in Lebanon is a refugee. The United States. President Obama unveiled sweeping changes to the old US embargo on Cuba that include, for example, allowing Cuba access to the international banking system, restarting the direct mail between the two countries, and above all, removing the last major restrictions on US travel to Cuba. Bienvenido a Cuba. Well, maybe not so fast. Cuba. Cuban officials announced yesterday that they detected the first case of the Zika virus transmission inside the country. The patient, a 21-year-old woman from Havana who tested positive for Zika, never actually left Cuba. North Korea. Today, North Korea's highest court sentenced an American tourist to 15 years in prison with hard labor for state subversion. What was the subversion? The 21-year-old University of Virginia student attempted to steal a political propaganda banner from his hotel as a souvenir for his church. 15 years in North Korea's labor camp. I think the US must swiftly find the missing North Korean submarine from last week and do an exchange. Syria. The 3 autonomous Kurdish-controlled regions in northern Syria are expected to declare a formation of a federation system anytime now. The declaration of self-administration by such a major party to the Syrian conflict is yet another fascinating development for the Syrian peace talks, now in their 3rd day. The Kurds, led by the Syrian Kurdish Democratic Union, or PYD, have not actually been invited to the peace talks at the wish of Turkey. Turkey is dead set against anything Kurdish related because they have been fighting their own Kurdish population in southeastern Turkey since the 80s. Turkey fears that any concessions to or acceptance of the Syrian Kurds will encourage and fuel the Kurdish separatist movement in Turkey. Also against autonomy and any form of federation is the Syrian President Assad. But you see, this system of federation may be the way to go. If I oversimplify the Syrian conflict, all parties that are fighting ISIS also each want their own power, control, territory, you name it. Having a Syria divided into autonomous regions, part of a larger federation, may be the speediest way to peace. Of course, there are questions about who would lead the federation or how would the regions be divided, but I have full confidence in diplomacy to find solutions for this. I'd love to know your ideas and opinions on this issue. Please share them in the comments below or on Twitter, handle @PetraHand. And that concludes my top 5. Now, let's get out there and make it a good day. And remember, if you think you can, or you think you can't, you're right. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.